Hello and welcome to our review of GoToTrafficSchool.com. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the sign-up process. We're going to show you inside the course so you'll know exactly what to expect. We're going to give you the quiz and the final exam answers so that you can blast through this online traffic school as fast as possible. And finally, we're going to talk a little bit about the pros, the cons, and some of the alternative online traffic schools that you can go for. So let's dive into it. Here I am at GoToTrafficSchool.com. To sign up, all you have to do is choose your state. So let's say you're in California, you select that, and it's going to take you here where you can see that the course is only $18.95. Now, GoToTraffic School has a lowest price guarantee, which I'll talk about how that works a little bit later on. But this is easily one of the lowest online traffic schools that you can go for. So here we are in the sign up page. We have that $18. They have a bunch of upgrades, which if you got a traffic ticket and you just want to get rid of it as fast as possible, you really don't need any of these. So I'm just going to skip that. Let's click on next. And then here we are where we create an account. So I'm just going to fill this up and then click next. So we will skip that. Then you get to the payment where you can pay with card, you can pay with PayPal, or you can choose to pay later. And the way that works is that you can study the entire GoToTrafficSchool course without paying anything. And it's only when you want to take the final exam that you have to pay. Now, of course, you can't get your ticket removed or your points deducted if you don't take the final exam. So that's just an option if you want to see the course for yourself and you're not yet sure if you want to take this one or something else. So let's just go ahead and put in our card details, and I will skip forward. And once you're finished paying, you set a password, and then you can click on Start Course to jump straight into the GoToTraffic School. So the first thing you're going to have to do is to complete your enrollment information. You have to put in details like your citation number, your court. So let me just fill out all of these details. I'll skip ahead once again. So once you've filled in your court and ticket details, you'll get here to the security questions. Now, it's very important to remember what you put here. This is because these questions are going to be used for identity verification. As you're studying the course, random verification questions are going to pop up to make sure that you're the one that's studying the course and you didn't just let a friend do it for you. So traffic schools, they are required to do this by law. So just make sure that you remember what you put here. So finally, here we are in the homepage of GoToTrafficSchool. This is your dashboard. You can see how much progress have you made, and you can see all the chapters up ahead. So you can see there's 16 chapters that we have to finish before we can take the final exam and get our ticket removed. So let's jump into chapter 1, lesson 1, and let me show you what it's like. So as you can see here, it's really a wall of text. This is GoToTrafficSchool is very cheap, but you don't really get the best user experience out of it. But people who just want to get this over with as quickly as possible are probably going to like this more than the fancy user experience that you have in some other traffic schools. Now, it's a good idea to kind of just get an idea of what's on the page, because the security questions here in GoToTrafficSchool, they have something to do with the multimedia in this page. So if you see a video, just keep in your mind what the video is about. You don't have to watch it. So you can see that it's about cooperating with other drivers. Keep that in mind because the verification questions will have something to do with that. It gives you a stop. It's warning you that you're going to have a verification question. So let me see what the verification question is. See what was featured in the video. That's why it's a good idea to just look what the video is about. You don't have to watch it again. So we know that the video was about this one: cars, motorcycles, and pedestrians in traffic situations. So let me click next. And there we go. That was right. So let me show you another chapter. This is chapter 2. And take note of what the images are showing you. Of course, you can study this, but it's very basic. You should already know all of this anyway. So let me just scroll to the bottom here. Next lesson. And it's going to give us some quiz questions, which, all right, so it's a personal validation. I have a 94. My car's 94. you're going to get a short quiz. And in this quiz, you have to get all the answers correct. If you read it, you'll find the questions are very easy. You can answer them even without studying. However, if you're not sure, you can always check our link in the description below. It's going to give you all the answers to all these quizzes and answers to the final exam as well. Let me just answer these. So yeah, those are all common sense. If you have a driver's license, again, you should already know this. So let's go to the next lesson. And here again, we have the multimedia verification. It's going to ask us, what color was the car illustrated in a diagram? It was red, I remember. You just have to be just a little bit aware of what the images and the videos are showing. You don't really have to watch them fully. Just be aware of that. I'm just going to study the whole course and we'll get to the final exam and then I will show you what that is like. Let me skip forward here. All right, so I just finished the 16 chapters. And as you can see, I did not reach the minimum course time, which is 1 hour. And if you look here, I only did it for 13 minutes. So that shows that it's very easy to pass the quiz questions and the multimedia validation questions. They're very easy. However, you have to be studying it for 1 hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back there, just leave it on. I'll take a break, maybe get some coffee. I'm just going to leave this on for a while, maybe take a break. And you can see here that the clock is running. So I'll be back. Let me skip forward here. All right, I'm back. So I left it on that page for 45 minutes and now my 1 hour is up. So I can jump in and take the final exams. The final exam, you need a score of 70% or better. You have 2 attempts. If you fail both, then you're going to have to pay again for the course. And you have 1 hour to complete the exam. But again, these questions should all be very easy and we will have the answers on the description below. So you shouldn't get below 70%. So I'm going to answer all of this and I'm going to jump forward. As you can see, there's 25 questions. So let me get to answering this and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm done picking my answers. As you can see here, that only took me 7 minutes and I didn't study. It's very simple, the questions. If you have a driver's license, you should already know all the answers, or at least most of them, at least more than 70%. So let me click submit answers and I got 21 correct. So you see, it's very simple. We will have the answers again in the link to description below so you can get all of them correct. Yeah, there you have it. From there, it really depends on what your state and your court says you need to do to get your traffic ticket removed or your points reduced. It really depends from state to state. So that's it for the GoToTrafficSchool course. Now let's talk a little bit about the pros and the cons of GoToTrafficSchool. And probably the best thing about this course is that it's the cheapest one that you're going to find. They even have a lowest price guarantee. And the way that works is that if you find a online traffic school that has a price lower than theirs, they will take off $1 from their course. Maybe it won't go lower than the one that you found, but they will take off $1 so that you can get it for even cheap. And another thing that I like about it is even though it does have a timer, it's a overall timer. So you can leave your course on one page for 1 hour and then just come back and do it. This is unlike the course in iDrive Safely, which I'm going to do a review for soon. The one in iDrive Safely is each chapter has a timer. So you have to spend a specific amount of time on each chapter. So you can't do what I did here, which was just leave it on a page and go away. Now, remember that I'm just talking about California. It really depends on which state you're studying. It differs from state to state. And you have to do a little bit of research to see if that state requires a course timer. Another great thing about GoToTrafficSchool is that it's probably the most widely accepted online traffic school out there. If I'm not mistaken, there are only 5 states where GoToTrafficSchool is not fully DMV approved. And I'm pretty sure that as we speak, they are currently working on that. Now, about the cons, the quizzes are slightly harder than the ones that I found on My Improv, for example. So My Improv is more expensive than GoToTrafficSchool. However, the quizzes were super easy. This one, the test quizzes, If you get one wrong, you have to retake it again. So it took me a little bit more time than when I was going through my improv. It's a little harder. We will have the answers for you though, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's it for our Go to Traffic School review. If you found this helpful, please leave a like. If you have any more questions about Go to Traffic School or online traffic schools in general, leave a comment below. And make sure you watch my improv review. And I'm also going to make one for iDrive Safely, for Aceable, and a lot of other online traffic schools as well. So subscribe, and thank you for watching.